Carrying a banner that read "Together in Freedom," protesters marched through Belgium's capital Brussels Sunday against tightening measures to curb the spread of COVID-19. The crowd lobbed smoke bombs and firecrackers to protest moves such as barring unvaccinated people from bars and restaurants. Friday on the streets of Rotterdam in the Netherlands, protests turned violent as demonstrators torched police cars after the government announced plans for coronavirus lockdown measures like so-called corona passes that show proof of vaccination or recovery from infection. Police used water cannons and opened fire on the crowd in what the city's mayor called an orgy of violence. 5 police officers were injured there, with at least 28 people detained and some hospitalized with suspected gunshot wounds. By Saturday, fireworks became part of the mix as people protested a New Year's Eve fireworks ban to avoid putting added pressure on hospitals dealing with surges of COVID-19. Daily infection rates in the Netherlands remain at their highest since the start of the pandemic. Meanwhile, in Austria, where the daily COVID death rate recently tripled, roughly 35,000 people protested in Vienna following Chancellor Alexander Schallenberg's announcement that the entire population would have to be vaccinated by February. With roughly 2/3 of the population fully vaccinated, Austria has one of the lowest inoculation rates in all of Europe, so the government introduced a national lockdown. Protesters say they want their freedom back.
This has been going on for 2 years, and there's no end in sight. Something new is announced every day, and we don't know what we can believe anymore. That's the situation.
Austria's far-right Freedom Party organized the demonstration along with the anti-vaccine MFG Party and another far-right group. The Freedom Party leader was unable to attend after testing positive for COVID-19. Some Austrians say another lockdown was inevitable.
There's no other way, even though I don't like it. In literature, you can read that pandemics last at least 3 years, and we should avoid that.
At a news conference Friday in Berlin, Germany's acting health minister said hospitals were overflowing with COVID cases and may need to transfer patients to neighboring countries. Germany's head of infectious disease prevention said the COVID situation is out of control.
This is no longer about individual outbreaks. The whole of Germany is one big outbreak. This is a national emergency. We have to pull the emergency brake now. The thresholds have been exceeded.
As neighboring Austria prepares for a nationwide lockdown on Monday, German officials say they cannot rule out doing the same even for the vaccinated. Arash, Arabasadi, VOA News.